Recording. Okay. Started the recording. Stream is not started yet. Music's a little loud. At least for me. So we're gonna be drawing some stream panels today. Yeah. Let's get started on the stream itself. Should just boot right up and be fine. Fingers crossed. Let's go. Okay. Looks like I'm live. We chat. That's all good. That's all good. I'm gonna do this so I get an extra boost. And pull this. And yeah. I need to decide. Just want to see. Um, okay. People chat because I want to see what am I thinking. Need to the visual things. You. That kind of works. You. I don't need that. I can see chat there. How does it? Okay, there's a way to do this. I forget how to do that. That's what I want. Okay. 3 let me grab my list. Need light. Okay. Anyone joins, I would love it if you would tell me how the audio is. Because I never know, and I try not to touch the audio, and then things change anyways. And then it gets sad. We're gonna do a little bit of sketching though. Little bit of sketching, get an idea of kind of what I'm going for. But just to let you know, that feels weird. Feels laggy, very laggy. Can I? Yes, save the changes, but I want you to close it. Thank you. That didn't help much. Okay, we are stabilizing way too hard. Can I turn off stabilization? Nope. You are still real laggy. Let's see. That would be under something. I forget. Smart smoothing. Wow. There's nothing to edit. That's why I can't use that. Okay, time lapse. Record time lapse. That's good. No. Okay. Well. What do I want to draw? I'm obviously going to draw some people. I'm going to draw my character here. And I got to remember how to draw him because it's been a while. And I got my sketchbook. But we got to figure. Okie dokie. I don't know if today is the day where I wear socks or not. I got socks on. I don't know how I do it. Still deciding. That's crazy. That's pretty fun. That you guys can't see a thing. It's just real boring for you. While I just talk here. Oh, the original sketches of that. Started, finished. Actually, there's things on it. So, I think I digitized it. Need to. There. Course. Man. Lost aspiration. Okay, I did pick good with music today. I think this is good stream music. We'll see if it's fine for upload on YouTube later, but my care if it's fine for that. Not really. It's kind of chibi-ish in a way that I wasn't thinking of it. But I kind of like it. Okay. And I do have to change color here because I'm not a fan now. Thinking more. Do I have like a lot more orange than that? Not that orange. That feels fine. The pen still feels incredibly laggy. And I'm not entirely sure why that is. My stabilization's off. It's a reason. There's a reason for it, and I don't know what that reason would be. Anyway, so we got 4 different things that I'm going to do for it. Man, I made so many decisions. So I did it. Really need to make like a reference page for him. No better way than feel like an insane person than opening your own sketchbook. Oh, that's ring stuff. Okay. That's all I gotta go off of. That's fantastic. Okay, so let's start with something. Okay, maybe we switch. Oh, I think it's just that pen feels incredibly laggy. Yeah, it did. Is that the size issue? No. It's just that pencil. A little laggy. That's something I'm fine with. That's... Are we stabilizing? Oh, it's just laggy. We switch to one of these. That feels a lot better. Feels better, but I don't know if I like it. Sure. Okay. So we're gonna go start with a circle. I'm thinking. It's not always a good thing. Sometimes you shouldn't think. I'm liking the idea of doing kind of a cat. Really get that cap look. And obviously I have the eyeball in there. But I need a... Because I'm I like it, but at the same time, I don't know how much I want to keep that eye in this design, the character part of it. Because I had it originally, and I really do like it, and I do like the look and the feel of it, but the cap doesn't feel right anymore. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. We're gonna have an about... Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe we don't write with that then. We do it with Millie. I would like you way bigger. Not that big. Okay, so we're gonna have about me section. We're gonna have one with the U2. We're gonna have the set. Oh my goodness. Set up. And then we're gonna have tentative schedule section. Which we'll see. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But the about me section. What's a good about me? I'm let's think. Maybe do a little bit of research. We'll do a little bit of research. Let me grab things. Okay. See that? That's good. Okay. Eric. Hmm. What can we do here? Kind of thinking maybe a crisscross. Leg on knee is also an option. Don't worry, I'm gonna copy the image over and drop it into the page. I just need to think of what I want to do here. Ooh, there are some sultry poses here. I don't know about this. There's some Clip Studio asset poses. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I want any asset poses. Or wait, I have some. Let's see if I have any of the poses. Where it's been a while since I've done this. Where on the world would I find? Oh, it's not that. Brings me to nothingness. 3D models. Okay. Nope. Or maybe. Because that would make you think. You would think 3D model is where you get 3D models. Not true. No, there's a different way of doing it. I forget the way you do it. And am I gonna look it up or I'm gonna faff around for I remember how to do it. A great mystery of questions. Nope. I really don't remember. Okay, though that's we'll keep that up there. We'll remember that for later. Look stuff up. We'll do it the hard way. How to add 3D model. Yes, Reddit, you have never failed me. Okay, maybe we find. Oh, that just doesn't look right. Lots of poses. I do like it. But no, I need to look for. No, we're not doing a video. I just need like 3 things. Okay, it is under import. Okay. I just didn't want to risk it. Let's see. 3D from Posmatics. Thank you. Finally. Do you want a search? Do you not get a search bar? It's just you just gotta pretend. I want a sitting pose. What is a good? That's what you put. Some of these are pretty goofy. It'd be kind of funny. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. I do need a pose reference because I'm kind of not in the drawing mood, so. Okay, where was it? There was one that was back here that kind of felt nice. This one feels okay. Okay, how do I, question mark. Oh, not that. What does this button do? Oh. What does this button do? Oh. Okay, please open. Yeah, I have it open. You're gonna be dumb? No, apparently not. Okay, does that let me? Huh? I have it open. Okay. I'm so confused. How does this work? Those are creepy little dolls. I thought I downloaded a whole bunch. But apparently not. I can't find them anywhere. And I kind of knew this. Whoa. This is why I don't open the Clip Studio. We're gonna go. I forgot. That's not how this works. Okay, you're all. Type. Object. Oh, it actually needs to be a pose, not object. And then put in. I accidentally muted myself because I had a bad mute key. I should change my mute key, but I don't want to. Oh, I forgot they added that pose scanner thing. Is it? No, not that. pose scanner. I need a 3D. I have Clip Studio. Will you open the thing I want? No? Okay, if I just open you. Oh, yes. Happy Fun Sauce. Oh, it literally... Okay, maybe I was dumb. Kinda don't like that foot position. It not happy. It very not happy. Dang, that tanked the frame rate. Okay, that's kind of to be expected, but it's terrible. Was drawing on stream today a bad idea? Yes. But am I gonna do it anyways? Yes. The footsie here, you're footsying wrong. I would like you to not do that. Oh, thank you for Wobblina. Who? What in the world? Okay, can I... Okay, I kind of like none of what is happening. And you know what? We're just gonna there. You're good. Okay. And we're just gonna extrapolate here. Figure out the poses. Because yikes. How long will it? Half an hour. Oof. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. Okay. So this whole thing is horrendous. Okay. Do I have the touchy? Okay, yes. Can we go to you like half your opacity because you look terrible, man. I don't know what happened to you, but okay. So we're gonna get somewhere hip there, torso somewhere. I don't know, man. This is bad. Let's get a little bit of a box shape. Head's gonna be not that way. This is the problem is like when I start doing post stuff like this, it irks me. The anatomy like goes insane really quickly because if you look at the ankle here, it just like snaps down and then you get the top side of the ankle. Like, no. Like it's close and it's good enough to like you can interpret it and find whatever and like, but no, it's not how it works. And then the toes drive me nuts because they're the same freaking. It's bad. It is real bad. Okay, but I think we got that. I want this to come down this way. Get a foot in there. And I think I want this leg to come more straight out. And then we'll have the top of the foot like that. Get the hips in. Torso's gonna kind of... Yeah, because that's how a torso works. Nope. I was asking people questions and they didn't respond yet. Okay. There's a thing with this. And it is not going my way. Okay. I'm gonna get this out to here and then we're gonna drop down the hand. And it's gonna kind of rest like that. I kind of like how this hand looks. I might just like proof it. I don't know. It's not going well. No, the hand will be like this, fingers that way, and make it work. This arm, it's nice like this, but you don't have any stability there. You're gonna need to lean back. So we're gonna put that down back to here, and have that hand leaned on. Okay, and then can I disappear you? Okay. I kind of feel that. I'm gonna light blue here. And I want a new layer. And we're just gonna take this layer and lower that opacity. Just a tad. Okay. So there are specific shoes that are supposed to be on here. Let's see if I can remember how to draw them properly. Is this the correct way? No. I also do not like this pencil very much. It has very thin, and I'm not loving it. Okay, shoe comes out to here. Let's get that left section, and that's going to be the laces into that little ball nose thing. They're on a lot of shoes. That feels incredibly wrong, mostly because it is the button I wanted. We go back. Like all the way. Oh, that's way wrong. That's closer. Fine. What is my eraser at? Fix your brains. Okay. We're gonna do stuff here. Not that. Okay. And the shoe I'm gonna have end here instead. That feels far better. Get the logo there. This is a little awkward because there. And then the eraser's too big. Can we bring you down? That big. Not that big. Yeah. Okay. Bring the toe down to there. Bring the top of the shoe there. That. You know what? Doesn't feel terrible. There. A little bit right there. You know what? Not terrible for a sketch of shoes that I have not drawn in absolute ages. You want to switch up to not that quite green. I will come back to this layer. I need to get some anatomy in here. Let's get... I don't need that. Let's get a nice shoulder. This is going to be very rough. I don't think this is going to necessarily be... Like, this is going to need some work. I probably have a pose that I'm thinking of for this. That is too chunky of a shoulder. I'm strong, but not that strong. It's not worked out in a long time. But I'm also not that weak. Oh, that's Popeye arm I'd be jealous of. Get that there. Get the knuckle. We'll get, because you kind of want to have pinky curl more here. So I'll get that. And then you can just sort of come in right there. Kind of an alien hand, but I do not really care. Especially because I drew it in like 6 lines. There. I'll get a good calf in there. That will be squished though by the thigh. Get the knee there. I never know how to do this like area. Like it to me, it never like I never knew how to like imagine it. Because there's like 6 different ways to imagine it. But none of them are really like old in my mind. So it never really works out great for me. And by that area, I mean like this area. But specifically this section where the thigh meets into it, because that doesn't look great. But if I bring that down, it looks better, but it doesn't look right to me. And like this is gonna be covered up clothes, but like good anatomy makes better clothes. So like you want to get it right-ish. I'm gonna go a different approach for you. I'm not building proper perspective. It's wrong there. It's better. It's an okay arm. And then we obviously have that big. See, that's where it starts feeling wrong, is when I add the head in. It never feels quite right. And I think it might be the digital aspect of it. Just not being comfortable with digital anything. And then also not having proper character reference for this. With like head dimensions, proper body proportion stuff. And also just being several months out of not drawing. Is always a great way to get back into drawing, is just drawing, and then you screw up and you're sad. No. Up there. How does that feel? Better? Okay. Never feels good to get back into drawing. You always feel like, oh no, I'm terrible and I forgot everything that I was ever good at. Like that. That's wrong. There we go. Much better. I'll just sort of bring the torso down. Ugh. Too short. Too short. Too short. What happened? Oh, I forget how bodies work sometimes. If you ended up too squat, his body needs to go like this. And then that. I'm real fat. Okay, we might need to restart. I might. I mean, yes. We're gonna just delete your fart filter. Okay. I do. But let's. Okay. We're gonna do the forbidden art of open because that's always dangerous. We're gonna pull up something. We'll see. Some sort of pose. Something to get me inspired. I'm also just very uncomfortable with how smooth screens are. It throws me every time. I mean, there's no one here. Sorry. Um, okay, Pinterest. What do you got for me? You got any good poses? You got some cool designs. You got something. Pinterest. I won't deny you that. You got something. I don't really know what you have. Let's draw some anatomy. Let's get going. I like the creepy pose. Oh, not loving the face. You guys can see nothing, so you have no idea what I'm talking about. But that's fine. Okay. That poor baby, he needs a blanket. He looks cold. Ah, beautiful. Buff dude. Always got it. Oh, this is an actual drawing. I don't. Thank you for the direct. Need pictures of people. That way I don't look things. I have somewhere. Where is? I have a pose reference. Yeah, I got some pose reference. I did not add half of these in here. Weird. Let's grab a dynamic. I want to draw an animal right now. I'm getting nowhere fast. Quickly, I might say. Just standing there. Do like this. Let's see. Is there anything similar to this that I can kind of get some vibes? A lot of clothing. I don't know how I feel about that. Hmm. Hmm. If I grumble hard enough, do you think I can find stuff? Oh, the dance. Okay, I like the dancing, but goodness, I can't really find what I'm looking for. Interest might be failing me, not gonna lie. Normally doesn't, but sometimes it does. Hmm. Okay. Well, it's not completely failing me. I'm just not feeling inspired to draw. Um. There's a reason I want dancing, specifically because you get good lines of action with dancer. Most of the time. I won't say all the time, just most of the time. Uh, there's a lot of twisting. I need something a little more basic here. There was something up here. Where was it? That's not bad. Let's click on this. And then, no, it always does that. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize you couldn't see what I'm doing. That interesting. Mm-hmm. Actually, this layer. Um, import image. Ooh, does that mean? Hmm. Interesting. I didn't know I could kind of do it that way. We're just gonna to oh goodness, maybe we don't want it. So, yeah, let's just dump it here. Okay. File, import image. You. Oh, you're real small. Welcome to the real world, buddy. Okay, so we're gonna do some stuff that's maybe disapproved of by some of the other people in the art community. I think I can. Okay. So, something that most people will disapprove of that I don't really care. It's not what I wanted. And I'm grabbing objects instead of drawing. Okay. So, what they disapprove of is this. That's a little bit big. Okay, that's better. Is I'm gonna mark all of the anatomy here. I'm just gonna slowly layer. I'm not gonna draw anything on this. I'm not gonna reproduce it. If I was, I would only do it with people that I am, like from reference photos I take. See his knee, not like that. Okay. And this is the way I generally will try to like readapt into trying to draw again. Does that always work? No. But you know what? Who cares? Sometimes you just need a bad day of drawing to feel good again, eventually. Who's to say? And then a lot of people teaches this box method for the ribs. I've been doing it for years. I also see people will do this, I don't know what to call it, this type of thing. And I want to learn this because I feel like it gives a better understanding of what the ribs actually are, because they're more like rounder. They're not really a square. Like even like this guy, he has a very squared off rib cage here, and he's a guy, obviously. So it that male build is more boxy, and it doesn't necessarily have that roundness. However, it is still round. Like the rib cage, like most of this like connective tissue, like you have your lats out here, then you have the pectoral muscles that go all the way across and up into here, like that, and then they'll stretch here, and then you get these muscles down here, and that looks like incoherent garbage, just slashing lines, but that's what actually adds a lot of that mass that looks like there's stuff, even to here, like upper pectoral muscles, and then you'll have those connective shoulder muscles wrapping in. You'll get those bicep muscles that go across, and they actually tuck underneath into here, up into the armpit area, and then you'll get long strands of those tricep muscles. But that's what adds a lot of the bulk. Like the human skeleton is not actually that boxy. It's pretty round and compact. Fairly, not complete, I will say. At least not for everyone. Everyone's got different skeletons. And I think I gotta pull his. He doesn't have that big of a turn on it, but there's a slight one. So this is a bit more open here. But I want to get capture some of that turn in there. And so I'm thinking, and this is not how ribs work, mind you. This is just how my brain works. So I'm just thinking out loud with this, basically. Let's come back to that. Let's see, his hip box. Hips are a lot more boxy for everyone, but they do follow kind of that butterfly shape. Let's see. That kind of like tops of it, but then they curve down quite a bit, and then go back out. And this is easier to do on actual skeletons. Like you traced it onto a skeleton like this. And I'm not doing a very good job doing this. It doesn't look great. Erase everything and restart. Give up. Yeah. Maybe. Who's to say? Let's come back to the rooms. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. So they kind of open up. Kind of a hole here. It doesn't perfectly. That's not even right. Or out this. Right. That feels better. But the ribs are gonna follow sort of that pattern. Really. Okay, I connect up. Start to turn more. It's giving kind of the depth I'm looking for. These are going to be a bit different. Scooping a little bit more. Then straightening out. Out, whatever. Okay, I feel decent on that. It's not right, but it's whatever. Just do thick for the fingies out here. Looks like these. There, there, and then he probably, I can't really see his thumb, but it's somewhere about there. I can't see all his fingers here, but get some of them. Can't tell if that's 2 fingers or not. I know there's 2. Should be another one right behind the finger. That looks of it. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna get foot in. We're not gonna be super accurate. It'll be fine. Okay. Sits back there. This actually is this. We're gonna get that in there. There. Okay. And then you turn off your thing and you're like, ooh, it's weird. And that's fine. I do. Okay. We're gonna go my classic little box here. I can't remember. He does have this quite high up on his stomach. So we're actually gonna change what we're doing here. Set his hips a little lower. That feels more correct. We're just gonna do a square there. Not because it's correct, but that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm responding to messages from people, which is not good. That's not what you're supposed to stream. Okay. And this is how you know that you did something wrong, is when it looks wrong. Okay. That there. It's gonna be more or less on the left side. Wrong. It's a pretty dang boxy. I follow specific patterns. Those hips are too shallow. And let's go there, there, there. It's not perfect, but it's fine. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do a new layer. I'm gonna switch up to that teal color. Kind of like what I do. Okay, sorry. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm apologizing. It's here. I want to work on the clothing here. Kind of feel it out. So it kind of goes like that. Fold up there. That fold's gonna go in and then out and then up there. That's me at least. This wraps around here. I don't remember how wrap pants like this work. They're gonna go in, it's gonna crinkle on the foot, so we're just gonna put a section. Go thing, it's gonna go over that way. Just trying to understand what I'm looking at. That doesn't look right. We'll come back to it in just a second. That wall. Okay. So that's good. These. Okay. So this fold goes here. And it goes up to there. And that's, I assume there's some sort of tie or something. That flap. That sits there. That sits there. There. I'm just confused on this portion here. It looks like we get this fold. And then it goes into here. This looks like it folds down and up into a crease like that. Which I'm not getting why. I didn't even finish my title. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How does that... It gets so muddled right here. You can't tell what's happening. This section is fine. And then this up into there is fine. With that, over there, it's okay. It's not right, but it's okay. And we're gonna change again to a green because that's what I like doing. Get skin and stuff in. And I specifically want to focus this section right here. Because we get a little bit of interesting pattern. Where you get this, the arm, and I get some of those, one of these. Pectoral muscle is very smooth. Smooth transition. You don't have a big abrupt transition, which is pretty typical for most people. You have to have quite a bit of muscle there for it to overlap to get a full thing like that, which you don't necessarily want to draw, at least not for the way I draw. those big abrupt changes. Like drawing this line right here is okay, but you want to keep it rather short. He has looped in there, but that might just be the camera. Get a little bit of elbow transition. Right. The wrist does have transition here. Get down there. In drawing, I would probably go more. No. No. Let's. This way. Let me finish this side. Kind of just straight on. Fine. Thinking about this. No transition there. It's quite the thin. He has a thinner wrist and like forearm. That might just be the angle of the photo, because this forearm looks less thin, but he does look like he has a thinner forearm. Yeah. He kind of has this transition here. Yeah. Twist from the muscle. It's right there. His neck is longer. And you can kind of, I don't know. It feels interesting to me right there. That starts there, but the arm, bit of a transition. You actually have part of where it attaches right up there. Probably as a pit or something. Not like an actual pit, like a bad thing, but like transition where it attaches the bone. I don't know. Not feeling incredibly good, but that's fine. Okay. It's not terrible. Now let's take a look at it. Yeah. I got a little lazy with that back hand, or the left hand. His right hand. But that's fine. What we're going to do now, we're going to do this. I'm going to go low opacity with it. Not necessarily low. Okay. You want pretty stable strokes. And I also want far bigger. There we go. Okay. So, did all that sketch work. Now I want to like kind of see where I'm at. See if like I can replicate, which I don't know if I can. Sorry, I need a cough, but I want to get something down here. And so I kind of have that idea of what I want. And we're gonna build in layers here. I'm gonna go back to this. I want more of an orangey. There we go. So his pose kind of had that central energy up top, and then it kind of transitioned downwards like this, where he got that second pull with that knee, and then he gets that lift from the arm, just like that. I don't know how to feel about that. Let's look again. Yeah, he has this flow to it. And so he's not central to the pose. Like his center is not central to the pose. But you get all this built up energy over here from that offset flows through like that. I think I'm just going to focus on that one action line. That kind of exaggerates. And get that line in. That feels okay. I don't know how much anatomy I'm going to do with this, but I think that looks okay. And then I didn't practice any of his face, so we might not include the head with it. But I like that knee transition right there. That, I think actually, as much as I like this, that pose with it, it's kind of more like that. As much as I like the flow, it feels almost choppy, so I want to take those shoulders, boost them, this one up, so bring this hand even higher. So, trying to build that. That. Okay, so let's get nice red. And we're going to put shoulder right here. I want the end of the arm more up here. And so you get that. Do I remember how to do this? Bicep. This, and then forget. That would feel that. Off. Pull elbow out of that. Transition. Top arm, and then you get the wrist. Okay. Let's think about how that looks moved around. Okay, so it would be load because it's being bad. Okay, so deselect, deselect. So I wanted to get that nice elbow to a nice turn up that way, and then you get that hand, which I might need to go take some reference. But maybe. I think I'm going to exaggerate how that looks a little bit. But take that as the bicep. Even bring that in. But the arm will transition down. Elbow will sink actually a bit deeper. And then you get that nice wrist. So scrunch up a little bit. Then you get those fingers out of that. But I want to sink. That looks a bit thin. Might just be that though. Transition. That feels a little more natural. And we pull that out a little more. Do a little more shape to the muscle. Erase all of the garbage. That feels better. I do like that. That nice high arm. And I think he had this arm in kind of a balanced pose. I think I'm going to bring this arm down and then out. That way, and then this arm is going to go up. There. Bring a little more dynamic into that. It was always scary when I accidentally hit the wrong key. I like that hand though. And what I'm gonna do, take this and then move it around a little bit. Just gonna take that somewhere about there. Bring it out. Make it a bit more. Actually, a little bit that way. Let it load. This VOD is gonna be terrible. That's okay though. It just needs to be something, because just put a few extra hours. Not a single extra person watch, and that's fine. So if I have that, means I want the shoulder to be over, right? No, under. Or over, yeah, over. Here, I'm gonna shrink that brush size a little bit. I just want to take that shoulder nice and round, go to that, and then we'll get that little bit of upwards. Say a little, I think it actually needs to be pretty major. Right there. Into that neck. Shrink it that way. So I like the head pose with this. So I want to kind of keep that. And I did not, so I'm just going to do it real quick. Full basic shapes on that face. Try to get the eyes in there. Shelf, brow. To get that nose. Shelf. It's fine. Pull that shape there. Cheekbone down into the face. Put it somewhere in there. Skull right there. Okay, that's not great, but I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit. Anyways, let's get the jaw in like that. Let's turn. Face that way. Brow ridge. I liked kind of the subtle look he had. Skull is gonna go this way. I think, yeah, we're gonna change that pose a bit. Bring in that nose, top of the forehead, the face, cheekbone, there. So nose is gonna go. Face, that's okay. It's not great. Nose is gonna follow that pattern. And then this arm, I said I wanted to have more of that down swoop with it. So we gotta get that elbow as a good strong start for it. in right there. That's gonna go up. And that's even a bit more tight than I was originally thinking. He's kind of leaning up with it, and I think I need to draw that in more. So let's that. Let's erase everything. Get that turn for that little chunk of elbow. And then we're gonna do, that's still pretty tight. We'll go, that's still tight. Feels better. Into arm. Put that straight elbow in, and then, ooh, not that far. Okay, pull it out a bit more. I like that. And then I'm going to open that palm a bit more, and it's going to encapsulate a little bit more of the hand. I'm going to hold out that way. I'm going to hold it here. Pull it, and then we're going to pull it. Okay, it's going to open. Going to be partially blocked. Gonna just whatever. That's fine for now. Which means this wrist needs to be adjusted. Looks a bit bulbous, more than I need it to be. Oh, not that. Feels better. Means I need to pull this in because it's sagging lower than I want. It's also a bit higher than I want. Kind of match the shape here. That's fine for now. I want to figure out where that is on the arm first before drawing that shoulder. Let's get that out. There we go. I'm gonna have to buff up that a bit. That's fine though. Actually a fair bit. Didn't realize how big I made the other arm. Head looks a little small. It might just be high up from the position I need it. There we go. I kind of like that. Let's go a little more in. Not too much. We'll go okay right there. Perfect. We're gonna call it perfect. Not actually perfect. Yeah. We live, we survive, we'll be fine. Okay, deselect. Whoop. Throw the entire canvas across the room. But because I turned that a little bit, I think actually needs to happen, and we're not on the right tool. This needs to be big, but that there. It's still, I still want it to be a nice shoulder like that, but yeah. That feels better. I do need to buff up this though, into a straighter elbow. And add a little more mass. That's fine. torso here is where I'm going to struggle a little bit. That's fine. Remember that nice there, there, and then this one has a bit different, right? It kind of holds up higher in the arm, but it doesn't make much sense because I'm right here. Chop up that a little bit. Pull that nice even torso. Suck your waist in a little bit. Ribs in a little bit. Okay. Your waist. And then right at the waist, we're getting... Sorry if I'm making anyone dizzy with this. Yeah, that's okay. We're going to take this a little more exact. Okay. And then he had this big swoop with the belt. I think I want to bring in that belt a little more. Transition to there. And we're going to bring that belt across. And he had this flap that came out from his. I'm going to get that one in there. Kind of looks somewhat similar. Not really going for a copy of this. We're going for a nice feel of it. That feels about right. I think my line of action I'm kind of strayed from. Also made his torso longer than it should be. Grab that and shimmy it right on it. So that should be above his belly button, which should be somewhere around there. Ugh. And I'm doing a real subdued thing. Why are we under 30 frames per second? Clip Studio really eat up that much? That's wild. You don't have to squeak like that. Okay, I thought my audio was like way off there for a second. Okay, so if I remember right, let's just look. Kind of get this tulip. Nope, that is not tulip. I want to kind of get this tulip kind of look with the pant leg, and then you get that transition out with then the leg, and it swoops up there. And then I need to make sense of this. I'm guessing it does that, and that, and that. And this actually goes up into there. And then this is just a fold from there. Which, does that make sense on its own? Well, what if I had the rest of the thing, but I don't understand? And we'll bring this, this. That's kind of where the tulip part of it goes. I don't even know if tulip is the right flower for that. It feels okay. Not fantastic, but I don't mind it. Okay. Well, I'll erase all that. Yeah, we're gonna get that tulip in here. Kind of pull it all the way down like that, and then it comes in there. And then that pant leg sits like it will drop in some. And then get nice there. Ankle comes in, and he had these big beads. Like a big bead bracelet thing. I'm gonna mimic that. Okay. heel, and I'm real bad at drawing feet most of the time. I actually need to look here. Mostly because I never really draw feet. They're one of the things where, like, you can get away with not drawing them in most things. Okay, you have the toe box and heel section. Okay. We're gonna try. We're gonna put in a grade A effort. Does not mean we're gonna do it right. Okay, toe box. There. Get that heel. It's too round. Flat heel. How does that look? It's not terrible. Proportions are a little off. By proportions, I mean angles. By angles, I mean something. It didn't look right. Okay. There we go. Looks better. Let's look again at this. Okay, so I'm going a little flat when I should be a little more willing to curve in toe. There. That should be nice and flat out that way. Almost parallel. We're not parallel, horizontal. We're gonna go like that. I think some of my problem is the foot doesn't feel tall enough right there. That feels too far out. Okay, that doesn't feel quite as bad. I think if I have some of an ankle in here, I'll feel better. And then this foot is a bit different. Because it's very much, you get that section, you get your toe, you have your heel, or your, whatever that is, the ball of your foot, and it transitions up into the beads. And that's kind of all you get for it. Let me, can I zoom out? Go. Make it nice. Nope. Man, feet are drawn sometimes. This is too low, but I'm gonna fix that here in a second. Okay. And then swoop into that, into that. Feels a bit tall. Oh, not like that. There we go, that feels somewhat better. Just move it to a better location. Thinking like that, feels a little bit tall. Gotta sit up a little bit. There we go. Okay. There. It's good. We're just gonna say it's fine right there. And then we kind of, this is where I'm a little bit unsure. Because we get all that wrinkle. We're just gonna do it smooth to start. Just one big. And that's gonna be right there. And yeah. That swoops in there. Huzzah. And then shoot there. Big Y transition for knee. But ooh, that's a bit long. Let's move you in. We're about there. And I want that pant leg out here. It doesn't really show if you can see it, but I want that there. That. Fly off the screen again. There. And then the difficult part, because we have some of that ankle there. And then I think this whole leg feels too long. Way too long, actually. No. I think it's right there. There. Just needs to take that whole thing, shove it in. There we go. Now really wrong for where the foot position is, but okay. Push like that. There's some mass right there. Clean up this mess. First, he has a bead thing that's going on right here. There. And then that section right here swoops up, goes into there, and then you have this weird transition thing where it like stretched onto like the rest of the leg. That's not perfect, but I don't really care because it's not really the goal right now. There. And then, yeah, it kind of folds there into it's a different section there. Kind of like that. Doesn't feel terrible. The legs feel a little small. Let's make those a little bigger. Not a ton bigger. Feels better. Okay. And then we're gonna do underneath. We're gonna paint it a little bit. Do we have any good watercolor? Maybe. Ooh, that is a laggy brush. That one's slow too. We're invisible. Both are options, apparently. No. My airbrush is not feeling right for this. Even good oil? Maybe. These be quite large. Ooh. Maybe not. Perhaps no. Okay, let's go back to watercolor. Okay, and his pants are more of a thank you. Desaturated. A little more orange. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Much larger. That's good. There. Not really worry about being lines. Not worried about overlap. I'll blend it out with it later. He had more of a golden. He almost looked a little green. Right here. That's good enough. Skin tone, I don't know. It's gonna be more in that orange range. Now, I do have this on transparent. I need a little bit more red than that. It's pretty, it might be a green complexion. To me, it almost looks red, but I'm gonna leave it as is. Shrink down that. This layer. Okay, my opacity's good. Let me increase the water. It's good, but I need smaller. Okay, I'm gonna make that a little bit. That works. Don't gotta be perfect with it. Especially because I think, yeah, 2 layers with it, and then it's still not red. I'm gonna undo those. Gotta be more red. There, that's better. Don't gotta be realistic. Just gotta feel right. To me, that kind of feels right. All the way on the edges. There. bad right there, but oh, I never finished that hand. Whoops. Finishing it now. 600 over. Already did. So we're detailing it. And gotta change the liner. And also erase it. Okay, I think I need a little more white. And then yellow. Or maybe orange. That. And there's like a dark gray. Ankles, and he had some jewelry. Let's orange with it. Just the implication of some jewelry. It's fine. What's more? Okay. Feels alright. Kind of feels a little too jumped out right here. Kind of feels a lot more like a shirt than I wanted it to. And I want to go to this. Circle. Orange. Kind of clean it up a little bit. Not much, because it doesn't. It's a sketch. It doesn't matter. And then we're gonna go. How do I want to change it? Let's do. Whoops, filter. I'm gonna do type. Edit, and we're gonna do. Or you know what? Let's make you a. That looks weird. Weird. We're gonna go screen layer. I only want it to affect inside. I think I'm gonna go a multiply. We're just gonna go with black. Not with that. Not there. Oh, what did I make one? You are not supposed to make one. Like that. That's still not right. Can we monochromatic? Ooh, interesting one. Let me just make it gray. Yeah, and then we're gonna just soften. Not great, but you know what? I don't mind. And let's see, did I even do this thing I was supposed to do? Probably not. No, definitely not. Because I was supposed to make kind of drawings for the panels, but I think I need to sketch those by hand. I'm a lot more comfortable sketching things by hand than I am sketching otherwise. Otherwise, like to me, sketching by hand feels comfortable, whereas like digital sketching just feels off. So I might do some sketches tonight and then stream tomorrow morning ish. Maybe we'll see. We'll figure out like when I'm actually. Yeah, I don't know. We'll stream. We'll figure something out. I also just need like a couple hours to like sketch anatomy. So maybe I'll set up my overhead and I'll stream that. Just sketch anatomy for a while. That might be the move. I think as far as this stream goes, I'm pretty close to done. I'm gonna wait till I hit that full 2-hour mark. Not because I think it does anything for me, but because obviously it doesn't. No one else is watching. But yeah, just like wait for it to. Some ideas though. Let's write it down. Let's get it brown. Brown. And works for me. Layer them. And let's make a new one. So I need an about. That's terrible. About me section, and in that section, I want it's gonna be me sitting. I think that my character is gonna be sat. I'm gonna go Chris Ross with it. I'm thinking we're gonna go the clothing. I might switch up the clothing on it. I like the clothing. So this is gonna be full body. I'm not gonna change up the clothing, I don't think. Then we have the YouTube section. Not food. This one I think I only want above the waist. We'll go, or maybe I might go a little more. I'm thinking. I don't know. Could be many different things. Okay, I'm not entirely certain. Let's think. It could be, for the YouTube, it could be cameras. A lot of my YouTube stuff so far has been drawing. I've been doing some other videos, and the second channel are just streams right now. It's probably going to be streamed in the future. How can we make it? How can we make it nice? Thinking. Because I could do like I'm holding a game controller, or I don't know. I'm thinking like a game controller's not it, because that's only like the streams. Like I'm not splitting the content. I could, but I don't really want to. I'm not really great at editing, so I think I'm gonna avoid that. Could be drawing stuff, could be recorded stuff. I really want to get more into animation for the main channel of things stuff. I got a couple of animation ideas that I want to work out. Probably hard to believe that I'm gonna do animation. How bad my drawing is looking right now, but that's fine. I don't know. Maybe it's just my logo. Maybe it's an interpretation. Let's go. Oh my gosh, can you write it? There we go. Logo. I kind of want it more dynamic. So let's go. Dynamic. We'll just leave it at that. The setup. So my logo has the living script in it from the book I'm writing. So I'm thinking maybe I do something with the living script. Something magic. Working. I don't know. I think we'll go something magic. Something. We'll use my character. I don't know what you call it. Persona? Caricature? We'll call it. Yeah. And then the last one is schedule. That's not fun. Schedule. I want this one. I had this idea a while back of like a fishing. Like my character is sitting out there fishing. And it's from when I was playing Animal Crossing. I did a lot of fishing in it. But my character always wore like in Animal Crossing always wore the birthday hat. Because the game came out pretty close to when like it was my birthday, so I got that birthday hat like right away. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll do birthday hat. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do the birthday hat, but maybe we'll see. It's actually going to be that fishing. Gonna go character. Little scene. Okay, so this one is just pose. I'm thinking maybe this is going to be dynamic. It's going to be kind of a dumb. Setup one, the living script magic character. I think we're just going to do scene. And this one's also going to be scene. I don't know if there's anything else I need to add. If there is in the future, I'll just draw it. But I think that's about it for me today with the stream. So I'm gonna sign off. For those who watched the VOD, thank you. If you even got to this point, I'm kind of shocked, but props to you. If you enjoy my rambles, there might be something wrong with you. Or, and I preface this, it's an or, not an and. might be my wife. She does like listening to my rambles and the streams where I just sit there and mumble through the whole thing. So I don't think she'd watch them, but it's just not her type of thing. Yeah. We'll see. This is gonna be it for the stream today. I will stream probably tomorrow. Let me think. Tomorrow's Friday. Ruben. Yeah, I think I'll play a game tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna draw again. I think I'm gonna do. I'll save drawing for Saturday. Yeah. I don't know what game I'm gonna play tomorrow. Something. We'll play a game. I don't know if it's gonna be Hades 2 or a different game, but I'm definitely gonna play. Anyways, bye. I will have the VOD up tonight.